everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. Welcome to the channel. Hi, Viviani. Nice to see you here. So, surprise. It's been a while since I've come on here and did a live all by myself, but I had, oops, let's turn that down. Okay. Thought I took care of all that beforehand. So, um, I got a few hits this morning, and I thought, okay, I've got to come on. I've got to share with you guys. So, before I get into that, I really feel the need to kind of say the reading prayer out loud with you guys here. So let me do that first and foremost, and then we'll get into some things. So, ooh, and as always, feel free to join me if you want. If not, it's okay. Just think of something wonderful, positive, and whatever. So, I call on my guides, ancestors, angels, and ascendant masters to protect me as I receive and deliver these messages from Universal Spirit. May this reading and the messages provided be guided by and delivered with love, clarity, and truth. Reveal to me what should be known now, and keep from me what should remain secret. Guide me to always manifest the highest possible good for myself, my spiritual family, and humanity at large. Amen. Okay. Oh, hey, NH Mountain Dancer. I'm glad you're on your computer too. Okay, and so the hits that I got, I was a little concerned yesterday that there was no gag order placed on anyone, and I thought, well, that's kind of strange because usually, high profile cases, there generally is a gag order, and so I thought, okay, well, let's take a look. Why would the DA not ask for a gag order? Well, because they know that Trump can't control himself. He absolutely has to get out there. He absolutely has to be doing what he's done all his life, which is poor me, come help me. This is where you can send your money. I'm here for you. I'm your Messiah, and so on and so forth. And then I thought, well, why wouldn't the defense, why wouldn't Trump's team ask for a gag order so that they could have control and maybe minimize the amount of information that was getting out there? And there was a few reasons that kind of popped up. And then the one that hit me like a jolt of lightning was they want Trump to speak. They want him to go off the rails. They want him to be arrested so that he can then try to rally what little he has left of the base to come to his defense, if for no other reason than send him money. And I thought, you know what, that makes absolute sense, because what did he do yesterday? If any of you happened to catch it yesterday, when he was talking from Mar-a-Lago, it was the same old, right? The best president ever in the history of the world. Things were so much better when I was in control. The Biden administration, things are falling apart, yada, yada, yada. You've all heard it before a million times. And there he was. And he was talking about the Alvin Bragg and how Alvin Bragg was out to get him. And even Alvin Bragg's wife said that, yeah, that Alvin Bragg was out to get him. He talked about the judge and, kind of alluding to the fact that he was unfair and, everybody's out to get him. Well, the judge did mention that he was not going to put a gag order on things, but if more information came to light, he would have to revisit the case. When Trump was talking about the judge and the judge's daughter having worked for a Democrat and on and on and on, he really is inviting someone to come in and arrest him, because then he could really get into see what they're doing to me. They're persecuting me. They're taking away my First Amendment right. I can't speak. So that was, yeah. And yes, Mountain Dancer. He is just absolutely annoyed that he had to be there. And that he had to go through the same process that so many other people who are charged had to go through. The fingerprinting, the picture taking, the, this is how high he is, how tall he is, this is how much he weighs. That's not information he wants out. So he really is going to be pushing all the buttons. And I think everyone just kind of sat back and, for their own various reasons, said, okay, let Trump be Trump. If he wants to talk, we can't control him. So let him go out there and do whatever it is that he's going to do, knowing full well that this is where he was going to end up. Yes, getting it fingerprinted. Oh, I'm sure that he was seething inside. Hey, Jamie Johnson. So since I got those hits, I thought, okay, well, I pulled a few cards and it was, kind of on the right track. So I thought I would jump on here and fill you guys in on what I got. And I could be out to left field, but for some reason, this one is just, it's just hitting me in all the right places that I'm right about this. And so, I want to take a look at that. And then I also want to take a look at, Mary Thornberry. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He is going to have that that moment where it's, you want the truth, you can't handle the truth. Yeah. And they always do it to themselves. Always do it to themselves. But so my question here now is it the Trump's legal team, is it their plan that he be arrested? Is it in their plan that he be arrested? Okay, so tell me, cards, speak to me. Judgment. They know judgment is harsh on him right now. He wants to go back to the way that things were, when he could control things, when he didn't have to answer to anyone, where, people referred to him all the time as Mr. Trump. And the Eight of Pentacles, he is, the team is looking at what has happened so far and how they are going to, get him out of this. Because really, the evidence is there. So how are they going to get him out? Yeah, the Ace of Swords, truth. They don't want the truth to come out. Yes, Empty Dinner. He never should have entertained the idea of becoming president. And I am sure that there are many times when he's looking back And he's thinking, well, maybe that's one decision that I shouldn't have made. But yeah, and the Five of Swords. Um, I think that is absolutely in their plan, is just let him be arrested, let the people um, that support him get absolutely outraged, um, and I think Jamie, it would be difficult to arrest him and maybe put him in jail. But I think that they might be in a position, if they were to bring him in, to like put him under house arrest, take away his ability to be um, communicating with his base, which would work out great for him as well, because then it's just another thing that he can wave and say, see, taking away my First Amendment rights, yada, yada, yada. Um, yeah, he's already took to documents that they were his. Yeah, that's what happened yesterday is just kind of the beginning of the things that are going to happen to him. So, um, they his team does not want the whole truth to get out. They want to be able to control the narrative as much as they possibly can, as does Trump. Um, but he is absolutely going to out himself. That, without question. And yeah, here's the government, the Hierophant. That, to me, that's like, yeah, law enforcement, the government, any large institution. Are they going to step in? Well, they're going to have to monitor the illusion and delusion that he is putting out there, um, and yeah, yeah, I think that's what they're doing. And he's acting the fool. He's being the fool. He's, at this point, he knows that the road ahead is going to be a very difficult one. He's got nothing to lose. He's going to throw as much garbage up against the wall as he can and see what sticks. And a high priestess. Um, yeah, she's got her secrets, and she's going to be revealing them. And it's entirely possible that um, remember on Monday when I had Celtic Tarot, Sheila was on the channel, and she said, "Oh my God, you know what? I think that what he wants to do is he wants to get out there, and he wants um, to kind of say, well, you can't do this to me, because if you do, then I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, and if I go down, everybody's going down with me." Um, he might very well be planning that. I mean, at this point in time, he is, excuse me, he is very much a caged animal, and that makes him dangerous, because you don't know what he's liable to do. And Mountain Dancer, do you think that Georgia will indict sometime in May? Um, my feeling is that yes, that they will, because they want to keep the pressure on, right? They've taken the first step with New York. They kind of want to have him not know which way to turn, because all these things are happening one right after another, and that will totally disarm him, confuse him, just get him angrier and angrier and angrier. So I think that they will, but you know what? Let's ask the cards and see what they have to say. All right. Will Georgia indict Trump in May? Will Georgia indict Trump in May? Well, we got the Empress and ooh, the Ten of Wands. Yeah, it's a burden. And the Star, that's a yes. So, yeah, if if Fonnie Willis is the Empress, and I think she just might very well be, yeah, it is a burden for her to do that. But yes, I think ultimately she will. So um, let's watch for that. But yeah, my sense is that yeah, they should be. Um, yeah, they're going to hit him with everything kind of at the same time. They should build the McDonald's drive-through. Only he has to live in it. Yes. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So um, I really like the fact that Alvin Bragg gave more of a description of why they went the route that they did. I also listened to the pundits and the people who were saying that, well, you know, they read the indictments and you know that it was supposed to be it's a felony if it's going to if it's going a crime has been committed or a crime is going to be committed and so on, and that you know um, the defense has a right to that, but you know Alvin Bragg didn't release it, and so there's you know that would be the first question is, okay, well, you know, what felony, what did he do? um, the indictment itself just kind of lays out the foundation of this. I'm sure that the Alvin Bragg and the DA's office would never have brought the charges if they weren't 100% certain that they could make at least some of it stick. Um, and also, you know, this is a way that they um, put out a feeler, really, for all the information that they do have, and just to see, you know, what the general temperature of the country is. And hey, 60% of the people that were polled want him indicted. You know, they want to see him face justice just like everyone else. Um, and yeah, it's this case reminds me very much of like an acrimonious divorce, um, where both parties are fighting um, about ridiculous things. Um, and the deal with the divorce is you get there are some things that are negotiable, always negotiable. Child support, always negotiable. Um, you know, visitation, always negotiable. But there are some things that are absolutely non-negotiable. Um, the division of property and that kind of thing. Once it's done, it's done. You get one kick at the can, and you better make sure you make it a good one. And this is kind of the similar thing with Alvin Bragg is, yeah, he gets one kick at the can, and he's going to make sure that he's going to be able to supply what he has promised he will supply. So yeah, and let me just read this here very quickly. So I do think they have a solid case. You don't call those for no reason. Yeah, exactly. Dad was an attorney and a district court judge. Oh, oh. Well, I'm sorry for your loss. But yeah, yeah, and it's you know a lot of people think that the law is about justice. No, the law is about argument and who can make a better argument at that particular moment in time. It really, and that's the thing that I think throws most people off is the law has nothing to do with justice. It's it's all about argument and um, who can cite the most cases that rule in his or her favor, and so on and so forth. And there are a lot of people who are sitting in jail as we speak, um, who are there unjustly, and everyone knows they're there unjustly. So, um, okay. The other thing that I wanted to kind of cover, uh, for those of you that are here, and I'm so grateful that you are here. I really, really appreciate it. And for those of you that are in the background lurking, lurk away. I'm one of those too. Sometimes I'll pop into someone else's channel and I just sit in the back, right? I just want to watch and kind of take the temperature of what people are saying. Um, yeah, clerked at the district court for 11 years, and it's easy being a judge. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay. So the other thing that I wanted to check in on was, of course, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I watched the video of her being kind of whisked away as someone was um, hurling all kinds of nasty things at her. And I couldn't help but remember how she was going after, um, oh, and I always forget his name, the the young lad from the Parkland shooting. Um, yeah, how she went after him. She has a David Hawk. Yes, of course. I don't know why I always forget his name, but every time I think of him, I can see his face. Um, she has gone after a good lot of people and has said a good lot of things. Hi, Libra lady. Thank you. Thank you. Glad to have you here. Lurk away. um, yeah, she has attacked a lot of people and said a lot of mean spirited things and comments and all that kind of good stuff. And yet, when her moment to shine came, when she was there and she was going to, you know, to explain to New Yorkers what this is all about, man, she ran for cover. Oh, did she run for cover? And I thought, isn't that interesting? You don't mind doing it to someone else, but oh, you certainly take offense when it's done to you. Um, so yeah, I thought that was hilarious. I watched it a couple times. I must admit I did. I watched it a couple times because it's like, head down, just get me out of this, get me out of this. If you're so if you're so sure of what you're saying, the the size of the crowd, the people there, it shouldn't have an effect on you. If this is your truth, this is your truth. I'm going to speak my truth. But no, she did what most bullies do. Is she tried to start something, and when people stood up, it was, oh my God, get me out of here, quick, quick. So, um, she did an interview in the back of her limousine with, and I don't even know the guy's name. He's also a huge mega supporter, and yeah. Um, and she was trying to get the message across, and First Amendment, and Trump is some kind of messiah. Well, I just want to get a feel for, does she believe what she's saying, or is she just doing it for sound bites? Well, she likes the idea that people are still listening to her, because that's how she started out, um, kind of getting involved in politics and whatnot. And she's longing for the days when people really listened to her and cheered her on and so on. And yeah, Jamie, I totally agree with you. It's like listening to her is like losing brain cells that you're never going to get back. But every once in a while, you kind of got to get in the muck. Um, yeah, the devil. She is all about yeah, she's all about being tied to Trump and um, wanting to, yeah, like like someone said just earlier this week, she wants to pick up the Trump people that that he might that he might be losing. She's going to try to pick them up. Yeah, Seven of Wands. Oh, she's going to do battle. She really, really, really wants to do battle, but on her terms. And as long as everything works out in her favor, yes, absolutely. And man, she really thinks she is something hot. Yeah. If she can find someone who thinks as highly of her as she does of herself, she will be a very happy woman. And yeah, death card. So it comes to an end. It absolutely comes to an end. There's the people are, um, they might have listened to her in the beginning, um, just to kind of hear what she had to say, and the base was much larger at the time, so they were willing to listen. But then she kind of went off on a tangent and went off the deep end, like with the Jewish space lasers and the this and that. I think she kind of went a little too far. So she is, I think she's kind of in some ways very much in the same boat that Trump is, that you want to repeat the story over and over and over again. People have heard the story. It's like the first time you hear a joke. You really laugh out loud and, oh, that's fantastic, that's wonderful. Second or third time, and then it gets to the point that, oh yeah, I've heard that a million times. There's just no reaction, and I think that's ultimately what's going to happen with her. Is yeah, people are just going to walk away and say, no, you're a bridge too far. Like, yeah, we can't do this. Absolutely. Oh my goodness gracious. And yes, Viviani, thank you very much for posting that. If you, I do still have a couple spots, two actually in April. Um, if anyone wants to book a private reading, and if you just want to get information on how I do them, what's involved, and all that kind of stuff, just look down in the description. The email address is listed below. It's easy, heartcenteredtarot@outlook.com. I'll be more than glad to send you the information. And I want to point out, if you reach out to me and you want information on a reading, I will send it to you. I um, don't hound people. And I had actually someone very, very recently who commented to me and said, yeah, well, I've booked readings with other readers and it's like constant barrage of whatever. I don't do that. I answer your email. I'll tell you how it's done, how it works. You want to schedule a reading? Fine, we'll take it to the next step. If you don't want to schedule a reading, that's fine too. Like nothing happens with your information. So I just thought I better get that out there. And so okay, folks, I didn't I think I kind of answered a few of the burning questions, and especially had to share that yeah, the kind of download that this is what Trump wants. He wants to be able to rile against everyone, um, and talk about his First Amendment right, and he can't. He's not allowed to speak. He's not allowed to post. He's not allowed to go where he wants to. And this is all made up, and it's a witch hunt, and da 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 da. And yeah, he can absolutely do a lot more of that if if he is restricted in some ways. And I think that the court is they are going to have to find a way to restrict him, because he's just going to keep on doing it. Just going to keep on doing it until like what I think it was Anderson Cooper, could be, um, who was speaking to excuse me, one of the guests on his show, um, and the guest had said that, yeah, ultimately they think what Trump wants is for the judge to recuse himself. On on what grounds? The judge doesn't like you? Find someone who does. Like, yeah, you did something wrong. You get to face the judge you get, not the judge you want. Anyway. So I just, as I say, I wanted to hop on here real quick and say thank you. Thank you to those of you guys that are here. Thank you for subscribing and liking and all that good stuff. And at 5 p.m. later on, in about 4.5 hours, I will be on the Sisters of the Mystical Tarot. And this week we are on Sherry's channel. And Sherry's channel is Voices from the Swamp. So make sure that you go in there, and you'll catch us this evening. And then tomorrow at 4 p.m., I will have Val from Dragonfly Crystals. She'll be on my channel, and we are going to be doing the messages for lightworkers, as always. So hope to see you guys there. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy it. Hey, Sherry, was just talking about you. Your ears must have been ringing. I was telling everyone that, yeah, we're going to be on your channel for Sisters of the Mystical Tarot later on tonight, and asking them to come on over and say hi and all that good stuff. So, yes, absolutely. And, well, that's okay, Sherry. You can catch it on the replay if you want. But yeah, of course, I always speak well of you. Always. So anyway, yeah, just as I say, had to get on here real quick and just kind of let you guys know the hits that I was getting. And you know what? Time is going to either prove me right or prove me wrong, and I'm totally okay with it in any case. And um, I did want to mention as well, and I'm just glad it popped into my head. The doorman that was part of the indictment that apparently was paid off because he knew something about child out of wedlock and so on. And Celtic Tarot Sheila had said that, yeah, she got a hit a year ago, if not more, that there was another child for Trump. And I know earlier in the year, and even last year when I was reading, I was getting a child, but I was getting more a child in terms of Ivanka getting pregnant to kind of elicit sympathy and whatnot. So, I think there so many of us were getting child that I think, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's something there. So, and yeah, I think Val is going to simulcast on her channel too, so that will be wonderful. So, anyway, all right, you guys, I'm going to go and finish my coffee. I'm going to get ready for the Sisters of the Mystical Tarot because yeah, I just kind of hopped on here real quick, like no makeup and all that kind of good stuff, but I don't think any of you really care. So anyway, uh yes, yes, Sherry, yeah. Several people were getting that there are more children involved. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And what's really funny is for some reason, and after I do a video or I do a reading or whatever, my mind clears. Like it's gone. It's not like I can remember. But there's something that thank you, Jamie. But there's something in the back of my head, a little bell that goes off that says, yeah, I think I mentioned another child, but that the child was in Europe. So anyway, we'll see what happens. But just grab your popcorn because this is the part we have all been waiting for. This is the part we get to enjoy. So, all right, you guys, take care. Be good. I'll see you over on Sherry's channel, and make sure that you, come and join us there. And in the meantime, you never know. I might pop up on here again. It'll be a surprise. Okay. You guys take care, and I'll see you later. Love you all. Bye.